Did you ever have those guitars that, I mean, it's just like, it's an amazing guitar, but it just has like a dark soul. Just, anytime I play this thing, it's like always these dark, heavy, minor, sad riffs. So I don't know, that's just fascinating to me. So today I want to go over possibly the worst guitar mods of all time. So I found this article that was on a 7-string guitar website, which was actually an article from Ultimate Guitar, which was actually an article from some other website, so no clue where this thing originated from. I'm going to show you the Ultimate Guitar one. And these are just the craziest mods. Some of them, they hurt to look at. Like, they hurt your soul inside. Right here. So I will link the article down below for you if you want to check that out. You totally can. Also, if you don't mind, subscribe. Come hang out with us. Just being nerdy. So let's dive into this one, because right off the rip, I mean, how much more could you possibly have going on? What was the guitar originally? I mean, some kind of like, was it like an Iceman, or what's the RD or something like that? I have no clue. There's so much going on here with this thing. This isn't the worst mod. This is like every mod imaginable. You've got like, look, like the bottom left, little strings there with another pickup. So many knobs. I'm very confused what the big spring is for. What is it doing? You know, originally when I was gonna make this video, I was just gonna talk about how like putting a Floyd Rose in a Les Paul is the worst mod. I know some people might like that. There are a lot of famous guys who use that. I absolutely hate a Floyd Rose on a Les Paul. So let's have that be one of the big debates down in the comments. Do you think a Les Paul with a Floyd Rose is cool, it looks good? Or are you like me and you're just like, no, Floyd Rose does not go on a Les Paul. But again, maybe I just need to see a few more of them. No, never mind. That won't change anything. I've definitely seen this picture before. I mean, it's one of those, like, the more you look at it, the more, like, you kind of laugh at it, because it's so much glue or epoxy, whatever they're using. And then you just notice there's like, oh, there's a random nail. Oh, there's a random screw. Oh, there's this, there's a screw in the bridge. I mean, this is like, save this guitar at all costs. And they're just like, yes, we will, everything, kitchen sink it, we will save this guitar. This bass, okay, now at first glance, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Let me adjust my focus here real quick. I'm like, this is, and then I'm like, wait, those are just normal light switches, like what you have in your house? Immediately love it. I don't hate this mod one bit. I think I love it. I mean, what could they all do? So much going on. And it just seems like a big bass. What kind of bass is this? So, any bass people out there, what kind of bass am I looking at here? Because I just don't know anything about it. I mean, you said you wanted the best of both worlds, right? Oh, look, those are, I thought they were nylon strings. It looks like, almost like a nylon guitar. I think it's just like a concert or something like that, or a parlor. But you've got a pickup, 2 pickups. You got a humbucker, single coil, a tremolo system on an acoustic. I think I might have found something I hate even more than a Floyd Rose on a Les Paul. A lot going on here. Do the Fender Acoustasonics, do any of those have tremolo systems on them? I can't remember. I feel like on that it would look okay. This I do not like. But, I mean, maybe you've only got one guitar and you're like, I need it to do everything. Bam. Whammy bar on an acoustic. And I gotta say, when I first looked at the article, I looked at the first 2 and I'm like, no, this needs to be a video. So I haven't seen any of the other ones past those first 2. Living up to the hype. Worst mods ever? Look at this thing. Oh my god. Rad Gibson embossed pickup. Bonus points. That's cool. You're like, I want a Les Paul, but I also want a deluxe, and I want it to have P90s, and I want it to be a Strat. And then some guy was like, I can do that for you. Also, you're gonna have 15 guitar knobs. I get confused on a Les Paul half the time. I'm like grabbing knobs, turning stuff, or even on like I've played like James Tyler's, and I think once you get the switching down, it all makes sense. But that takes a minute. This hurts my brain even looking at it. I'm like, I would never know how to turn the volume down. Just going for it, just all out. An SG. So look, I was like, oh look, they just lopped the headstock off, and I realized, oh, the headstock's down here. Like it's still got a headstock, and that way you don't get neck dive. Can't get neck dive if the headstock is on the other end of the SG. That's just called big brain. That's not a bad mod. That's just big brain. I've definitely seen this picture before. It looks like what is the PRS? Like a CS 24, whatever they are. I mean, I guess I don't get the point of this. This doesn't look like a mod. I mean, it looks like it's unfinished. Like, are they gonna like, kind of tighten this stuff up a little bit here? I just don't know. But there's like a button, so they've obviously like continued to work on it. I mean, I'm not mad at it because it looks like this. Look, I have a guitar that this looks like. I think that whoever was modding that, they just wanted a Voyager. Look at that. I think this is what they're going for. I don't even know what I'm looking at. So what was this, like a Jazzmaster? Or Mustang or something? What is the headstock? Looks like it says Jazzmaster on there. Oh yeah, because there's your thumb knobs. Or thumb dials. Again, they wanted a Voyager. Apparently, either that or people just don't know that these exist. You don't have to do this. You just search. You can find them. They're not easy to find, but you can find a Voyager. I guarantee it. So you got that one. Oh, it's a Les Paul. That was, I was like, what is this? I thought it was like a sitar or something like that. This is crazy. So they took a deluxe and did all of this to it? Why? I wonder if some of these, like, something happened, like, maybe in shipping on an airplane, the guitar just gets crushed and, bottom horn just taken out or something like that. And they're just like, well, we got to do something with it. I don't want to throw it away. So maybe that's why some of these extreme mods are here. But if this was just a perfectly functioning Les Paul Deluxe, man, I don't know why you would do that, but it's not my guitar. So, do whatever you want. Oh, wow. Again, I'm guessing something happened to this thing. Either that or they were just like... Because look, I mean, it's got clay dots. Or at least they look like clay dots. I mean, that's... You really only get clay dots. Well, now you can get them in American Vintage 2 line and stuff like that. But before this, that was typically like a vintage thing. Or a custom shop. There wasn't tons of models that had clay dots. I mean, usually it was plastic, but man... It looks like an old guitar. Like a 60s? I don't know, look, and they've got, the knobs off of it. It's bizarre. Another one, look at this thing. It's like they tried to turn it into an Ibanez headstock or something like that. Yeah, but again, I wonder if the headstock got like snapped off or broken in some way and they're just like, I can fix it. These are wild. What is this? Just no frets and then frets. And no fretboard. Bizarre. This is just like someone who has had enough of climate change making your neck move. They're like, you know what? You're not the boss of me, guitar neck. I got you. Just like clamped down. Ooh. That is a rough looking scallop. Man, that looks rough. Do I have my... Like, this is just going to be like a guitar tour. So check it out. This is my Yngwie Strat. You can see, I mean, these are done really, really well. Obviously, anything Fender is going to do themselves. This is one of the USA ones, and the scallop job is really, really good. I had heard some different things about the Japanese scallop job. Oh, it's not in tune. But this one's done really, really well, and I love that guitar. But, and this could be just someone learning how to scallop, but, man, it looks rough. Yeah, that's a little bit of a rough one. I think this is what they were trying to do in the 70s. You know, the bigger CBS headstock, advertise the brand a little bit more. Why didn't they just go this route? Just a big old Fender decal on there, like big sticking out of the headstock. I love it. I ain't mad at it. Wow, just my little rock and roll brain can't handle this. Like this, unless it's something simple, like if it was laid out real smart, where you're like, oh, these are all volume knobs, these are all tone knobs, these are all switches going this way, then I could maybe see it. But how many pickups is that? You got 5 pickups. Man, I mean, I think I'm tapped out on 3 on a Strat. That's all my brain can handle. Look, another one, someone's like, I'm so sick of this neck moving. Just gonna zip tie this thing back together and be done with it. I wouldn't be surprised if this couldn't get you through a gig. I think I remember a story, maybe Dimebag Darrell told it, where he knocked the headstock off of his Floyd Rose guitar, but it had a locking nut, so it didn't actually really go out of tune. The headstock was just dangling there, but since it had a locking nut Floyd Rose on it, it stayed in tune, and he finished the thing, and then they just like clamped the headstock back on. That's crazy. This I don't even know. What is this? Those look like zip ties. Now that's a neck plate. They're just like, you. The neck's like, I'm gonna move all over the place, and someone's said, you'll do nothing. And they just put, I mean, how many bolts are in that thing? 7 bolts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, look, and it's even labeled. What does it say? I can't read it. That's crazy. I mean, something I find really interesting is how different a pickup, or how differently a pickup can sound just by the position where it is. If you think about old PAFs, they didn't have a neck PAF and a bridge PAF. At least from what I've been told, it was just one pickup, and they sound different simply because of where they are placed, on the body. So I bet you this does give you some different tones, but man, as someone who, when they play Strats, typically have to lower the middle pickup down because my pick hits it, this just looks like a nightmare. Like, I wouldn't be able to pick anything. This would be my legato guitar. Again, too much. Like I said, if you ever see like James Tyler guitars, they have a lot of switches on theirs, but I feel like they've organized them in a really good way to where this kind of looks like chaos to me. And just look, I'll put up a picture of a Tyler, and the switching on those is more of like controlled chaos, and this just looks like chaos to me. Like, I would be bumping these all the time. That's actually cool. It's like a medieval Stinger. Like on some of the old Les Pauls, they had the black Stinger on the back of the headstock. That looks cool. And I don't know what the purpose is, other than it looks like maybe the headstock was broken and this is holding it together. But I think that looks cool. I'd be all about that. I don't know what no words. Nope. No words. It's like, the ultimate way to lock down your tremolo system. Man. I don't hate stuff like this, like a trap tail or something on an acoustic. I think that stuff looks kind of cool. Oof, man. Is that the last one? That's the last one. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, the headstock probably not going anywhere, so who knows? But I'd be curious to know. That's the last of them. I think there's 26. So I'll link that list down below if you guys want to check that out as well. I just thought it'd be fun to look at those because I hadn't seen them and I just wanted to kind of capture my initial reaction. Again, some of them a little hard to look at. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have bad dreams now. That's just the way that's gonna go. So, curious to know what you guys think, or maybe this is one of your guitars. If it is, please let us know if this was one of your guitars. And you know, it's your guitar. Do whatever you want to it. So, other than that, guys, I will see you all later. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And grab your guitars, whether they're modded like crazy or not.